can't remember the date. I am not feeling well tonight. I have a very bad headache. I don't know if it's stress, the weather. I don't know. I have it right over my eyes. So, but I'm going to push through it. I am. I'm going to push through it. Just wanted to mention that. In case you think, D, you're not yourself. That's probably why. I do have a headache. I don't get headaches often. It's like, it's not a migraine. It's just I feel like it's, and I feel flushed. See I'm all pink. So, I don't know. It's a lousy weather, but hey, Renee and Cheryl. Looky what I got. Yes. I ordered them on Amazon. Booyah! I got them. Hi, Mary and Carla. Linda, Elaine. Cold South Texas. 46. That was our high today. No, our high was 49 actually. But it's cold out there now. Getting rain in New York this weekend. Hi, Margaret, Lori. I love them too. Hey, Car, Janet, Sarah. We're gonna have a tasting because it's 3 points. I got that. Oh, lucky you, Renee. You have a Kroger? Because apparently they're at Kroger, and I don't have Kroger. Tamara, Jessica, Kelly, Melanie. Oh, I know. Notice we were just in tank tops the other day. Gail, Elizabeth, Barbara, Rose, Mickey C, Nancy. Hello. Welcome to the live chat. And HEB. Is that what you call HEB or HEB? I don't even know. I'm not myself tonight. I'm telling you that. I'm warning you ahead of time. This could go really wrong tonight. Hi, Becky. I am tasting the drizzlicious cookies and cream. I've never had this flavor. Cindy, Karen, Carrie, Crystal, Donna, Lori, Funny Moore, Sandy, Becky, HEB. Gotcha. Tiffany, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Again, I'm not myself. Lynn, Suzanne. My God, they're going to be buried in Buffalo. Hope Timmy's able to get out of there. Is that anything by the Bronx? Lisa, Jillian, Sheila, Judith, Marianne. Hey, Amelia, new to the chat. Welcome. Sherry, Mary. We just talk very candidly here. It's not anything. I feel like this is so high. Not anything organized. It's just, and I taste stuff. Karen, Anna. Kim from Texas. But yes, I finally found the elusive drizzlicious. I had to go on Amazon. I usually can get these, but for some reason, they're not around here. Chris. Balupi. Optimistic good. Because he's coming home to say if he's held up by snow, he will not be a happy child. I said, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda. Hey, Barb, Jennifer. They're 3 points. I don't know if every flavor is different points. This is the ones I have right now. I don't know. I've had the birthday cake and I've had the salted caramel, but I've never had the cookies and cream. It took 4 days. I ordered them Saturday, or was it Friday? They didn't get here till today. I love Drizzlicious. Buffalo's by Canada. I was not good in geography. Just know that. Hey, Lynn. I found a big bag at Marshall's, but when I went back, I haven't found them since. Yay! Sheila got our lifetime voucher. That's awesome. I ordered them on Amazon. If you want them, I will put a link to them. These were not. They didn't deliver them the next day because they must have had it. These are on Amazon. Pumpkin spice? Didn't see those. The oatmeal for the mini banana oatmeal loaf is on dishwithd.com. Just go right into the search and search. It should actually just look up recipes. It should be one of the top. All right. All right, everybody's in here, or mostly. I know. Hello, Maria Nita. Oh, these are chocolate. Look at these. These are mini rice cakes that have a little drizzle on top. So yeah, I'm all for this. These are good. Oh yeah. Hey Karen. Oh, you're saying hi. Hey Larry and Peg. Hey Tracy. Yep. See the little drizzle on the top? I'll show you. You get, they're 90 calories. I feel like I read everything else. It's kind of hard. There's a gram of protein in here. I can't, my eyes are horrible. But I will show it to you. You see how it's hard to see? But there's all the nutritional information. Yep. Look how many you get. There's a lot in here. It's great for a little dessert. Amazon. 3 points for the whole bag. They are a treat. You are right. It's a rice cake. Gotta love it. This is really good. I'll see you later. Yes, they do have snacks like this, but I don't know if theirs have drizzling on them. It was a pack of 10. Hey, Judy. Oh. It's rude to eat in front of people. Dee, stop eating. You're making us all hungry. Popcorners are the bomb. I love popcorners. I love poppables, pop chips, all three of them. Let me grab you that. I will show you the link. This way, you guys, if anybody's interested. The cookies and cream were not, I mean, they're prime, but it didn't come the next day. Don't know why. They're not cheap. I was obsessed. You know this. These are 3 points. I don't know if each flavor is different, but the cookies and cream was 3 points per bag. They come in big bags. They come in little bags. Let's see. They're the big bags. This one is, they have s'mores. Oh, let me just grab the s'more. I think I could find the cookies and cream on that one. I thought all the flavors were on the same one. Apparently they're not. They were the other day when I ordered them. Yes, I did pay a fortune for these. I'm not gonna lie. I did. But you know what happens when Denise wants something? She goes nuts. You don't know that about me. When I want something, it's like, especially if it's food. I don't know if they have the cookies and cream. Cinnamon swirl with white chocolate. S'mores crisp. Oh, I don't know. I guess they don't have the cookies and cream anymore. They might have sold out of them. I don't know. These are salted caramel. I'll put these up. Oh, here they are. Here we go. I got it because this is the one that I ordered from. They were $11.99. I know. You get 10 bags. They are vegan, popped chia, quinoa, and flax snacks. So honestly, it's a good option. In my opinion, it's a healthy thing. Here, let me just, in case you're interested, these are the ones that I ordered. Right on Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, I'll pin it so you can get to it later. It's an indulgence, but you know what? Something like this, I'll overeat. Because it's sweet, it's airy, it's sweet. If you're just joining us, here's what it looks like. Is a little rice cake. It's a chocolate rice cake with vanilla frosting. These are good. 3 points. for the whole bag. And there's 21 grams. So you could, again, get a big bag and weigh out 21 grams like I showed you in my video today. Did anybody watch that? And get a little inspiration to use your scale? That's what it was all about. And I weigh everything that's snacky and chippy. Amazon. I buckled down. I couldn't wait. I was like, so like, I needed those. I needed them. Especially with the holidays coming around, I need a sweet treat. That's not going to kill me. And this is it. So yeah, I paid $11 for them. Yes. You know what? We decide what we want to spend money on, what we think is important. And if this helps me, keeps me on track, then it's well worth $11.99. Thank you, Mary. But my store doesn't have chocolate drizzled rice cakes. Just so you know. And don't talk about those pop cakes, because they are not this. They are styrofoam. Don't eat the styrofoam ones. Okay, tomorrow, it's Lori's hosting. It's in the group, Carrie, right in the pinned post. Lori's hosting the next 2 days. I will not be there the next 2 days. I didn't tell her that yet. Hey, McLean. You're welcome. You guys shared it with me. You all had them and I didn't, so you all were ahead of me. And I get that. But some of us don't want to do any work. We just want to open a bag and eat it. And some days you have nights like that where because let's face it, it's easy to grab something than to make something, and you're most likely to grab something that you don't. That's not a good choice. So times it's good to have a grab and go. Same thing for breakfast. It's good to have a grab and go option because sometimes we don't feel like cooking it. There's just times where you just don't feel good. You just want it, and you want it now. You don't want it 5 minutes from now. You want it now. Yes, I think there's more than these in the WW ones, but they may be lower in points. You do you, boo. You got that right, Suzanne. Was that Esther? This chat is flying. I do apologize if I missed something. Hey, Becky Pfeiffer. Hey, Roberta. Pumpkin spice sounds amazing. This sweatshirt, I got this at the Jockey Outlet. This is a jockey shirt. Yes. This one doesn't have thumb holes, though. But I do I got all my long sleeves out because I did that on Sunday because it was getting cold, so I knew. Drizzlicious, I don't know. I don't think it's, I don't know if they make a syrup. Thank you. This is like a deep plum. Speaking of Miss Becky Pfeiffer, she hooked me up with some moisturizer, some tinted moisturizer. Where have I been? Tinted moisturizer. Like it's like moisturizer and a little bit of like color in one. Like, oh my God, it was so nice. So yeah, I may be converted to tinted moisturizer because all I could do in the morning is moisturize my face, get my eye cream on, get my moisturizer on, and I'm ready to go. And now it's got me a little bit more fancy. Thank you. Oh no, Esther. It's probably all that flying. Oh, because this is drizzle. Yeah, I'm not feeling well tonight. I don't know if it's just. You do you, boo. It's the truth. We have to do what's best for us. I got Becky Pfeiffer, Life is a Journey. She's my unique hookup. She did a party for me last year. I did a unique party. I've never used unique before. So Miss Becky Pfeiffer, we did an online party, and she is my connection. I know. I don't know if the other Denise is in here. There is another Denise. She's the quiet one, though. I'm the loud one. I never even, I didn't even know it existed. Because and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute. I can give myself a little color with my moisturizer. There's one less step. We don't have much time in the morning to do a lot of things, but I need to put my moisturizer on. Awesome, Connie. You'll enjoy them. They have different flavors, but these are really good. I've never had these ones. Good for you, Esther. She lost a pound being in America for 2 weeks. Yes, walking Zoom is every day. I host on Wednesdays. Lori hosts on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. All the links and ways to get on are in the Facebook group in the pinned post up top. I've never used Carb Quick. People have. I have not. No reason I haven't, but I have used the Kodiak Power Flour, and I do like that, but I have not ever used the Carb Quick. People have, and I say it's good. Thank you, Bella. These are from my Earfleek. I'm obsessed with Earfleek earring subscription. Let's give it up for Esther losing in America. She's probably, you know what it was, Esther? You might have been eating more, but you were busy, and that, I'm telling you, activity burns. It really does. If you want to, it gets that metabolism going, gets that energy going. You definitely do better when you're busy. I ordered it online, but I hear people are finding it in the store now. I think Target might have it. My favorite drizzlicious, probably these cookies and cream right now because it's really good. I want to try the pumpkin though. Yes, 2:30 Eastern time every day. It says I only host on Wednesdays and Lori hosts the rest of the days. And Lori Mashburn is the bomb. She's usually here helping us out. You know Lori Mashburn. So yep. So y'all made fun of me because I couldn't get the drizzlicious, but I got them. I was like, they just came like 20 minutes before I came on. I got to bring them down. Oh, the treat. It is the drizzlicious cookies and cream bites. I will taste again just so you get to see it. This is what they look like. They're chocolate little puffy rice cakes covered in a vanilla glaze. I think I've had the big bag of birthday cake. 3 points for the whole bag. I know. I get to take one for the team. They're 90 calories as well. And 1 gram of protein. Taste. Here's what they look like. They rice cakes. You get them here? Awesome. Oh, wow. My meeting always sells stuff. I know. I went to how many stores they look for these drizzlicious. They're very crunchy. Hello, Jan. Yeah, they have them linked up top if you're interested in checking them out. You saw the pumpkin? Esther. Even Esther finds the pumpkin. Me, who lives here, can't find anything. It's okay. We're going somewhere Friday. I don't know where. I need to get the dog an advent calendar. That's on my list for Friday. Getting Bailey an advent calendar. Let's see. The pumpkin on the link that I sent. Let me see. They have birthday cake, cinnamon swirl, cookies and cream, s'mores, and salted caramel. They don't have the. I like the little bags. I'm not a huge. I mean, the big bags. I will. Yeah, you probably could make like a drizzlicious popcorn. You can get Lakanto, make a glaze, put it on your popcorn. Hey, Rachel. Put some Lily's chips. So, oh, wow, Suzanne. That's awesome. Which one's the best? They're all good. I mean, I like these because they're chocolate, and it's something different. So I would maybe they're all good. They're all good. They're not. You're gonna get one. You're not gonna say, "Oh, I don't like that." They're all good. The all ones I've had the salted caramel. I've had the birthday cake. I love them all. But these are chocolate, so I might have a little bit of partiality to these, but they're all good. Yes, I need an advent calendar for my dog, and I know Trader Joe's has them. Aldi has them. I just have to get there. Last year, for some reason, I missed it. And I can see they have the Aldi. I don't get the Aldi. See they have the cheese calendar, because the little pieces of cheese, 2 point pieces of cheese, which is doable. I need to go in and get that. Yes, I've seen the Land O'Lakes spice butter. Aldi has it too. Yeah, they're so cute. And Bailey looks so forward to it. He knows when you pull it up that he's getting a treat. He loves it. Aldi has them. Like I said, Trader Joe's has them. But I can't. Last year I waited too long. Oh, okay. I'll have to look again. Though I just ordered 2 boxes, so I might have to. I know. 15. Aw. Bailey's going to be 11 this coming year. Oh, he's when it comes to stuff like that, he's extremely intelligent. It's just they and he knows it. Like he knows at certain time. Like we all get our advent calendars together. Like one year, Steve and I split one. We had a chocolate and a cheese, and we and each piece the chocolate was 2 points and the cheese was 2 points. So we would split it. I did half the chocolate, half the cheese. I know what a weird combination, but it still added up to 2 points. It was nice to have a little bite of each. Momentum. KT, it's hard. I mean, especially this time of year with all the stuff around, it just makes it harder. And all we do is feel bad that we can, like, you feel sad that you can't have something. Like, again, why I would buy something like this for that reason. So I have something special and something sweet. You can't let, and that's why I say small changes. Don't do everything once. Take it in bits. Start off slow. I'm saying? Like, give yourself a break. It's not easy losing weight, especially this time of year. It's a never ending journey. And that's one thing I've learned. It doesn't end when you get to a certain point. It just continues because you don't want to gain the weight back if you work really hard. Oh, the Keurig. Yeah, oatmeal is definitely pointed. I agree. It's 4 points the pumpkin. Did you put it in the calculator or not the scanner? Iced chocolate puffs for 5 pouches too. Yeah, so that they would yeah, that would be these were 10 pouches for 11.99. It comes out to the same, but it's 2 points. But I've had their puffs. They don't get as many as these. It's hard, and coming to the lives help because you hear everybody encouraging you, everybody giving you tips and tricks. Is every day's hard. Every day is there's no day that I sit here and say, "Oh my God, it's so easy." You just do it. It's difficult, the calculator's in the top when you the search bar, then you hit create, and then it should come up. Why it's there, I don't know. It used to be separate, but now it's in create. Um, it's hard every day. Oh, Bailey didn't get any cheese. He got his little biscuit, though. Sometimes I might have given him half of mine. One thing I will say, Aldi's cheese calendar had a lot of Gouda. I mean, I don't hate Gouda. I just wanted a little bit more variety. It was all different kinds of Gouda, but it was so Gouda. Um, yeah. Yeah, they're having a lot of issues with a lot of glitches with certain things. I think like look at me. I didn't know I had 28 weeklies. It said 21. And then I looked today, I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So I was filming the video. There's 28 weeklies in my thing. Uh, yeah, I had 21 and then I went up to 28. Score one for me. Yes, you can use skinny syrup and plain yogurt. Absolutely. And that's what's good to even be in the Facebook group. Sometimes it's just constant. It's constant support. 20, no, I shouldn't say 24 hours a day, but it's constant support all day. Like it's not easy. I don't know when some people act like it's you just do it and eh, as much as your health is at stake, and it is, doesn't make that easier. You still want the food. The food is a big, huge draw. It's an addiction. For me, it was anyway. Yeah, I didn't when the app first turned over, it didn't. It stayed the same. And then I looked, I'm like, oh my God, that says 28. I'm excited about 28 days. I'm not gonna lie. And somebody said you have 60 dailies, weeklies. How'd that happen? I said, I called it because of exercise. I'm telling you, movement. And I did have a rollover one day this week. I don't know what day it was. So I had 4 points rollover. So I get about 5 to 7 dailies with my walking and my Leslie Sansone. And I walk the dog. I put my tracker's always on when I'm doing something. This way, you want everything to count. Yeah, Gail. It could just be. Is your phone updated? Like, make sure you're at the biggest. I mean, I know it's kind of a stupid thing to say. I'm sure it is, but I always think your phone has to be updated before you even update your apps. Oh, I'm telling you, you're gonna love the butter pecan. I don't know how I live without it all this time. Like going, I guess I go and I smell it sometimes. Yeah, so you have a lot of rollovers. I didn't pick up exercise till after I made goal. I didn't exercise at all. I mean, I worked, I had a job, and I was active. Like I did schoolyard duty and stuff, so I was active, but not formal exercise. No. And then once I was made goal, and then COVID hit. It's all about COVID. Isn't everything about COVID? And then I was afraid being home that something would happen. And then that's when Glam Squad was born. I needed to do a walk. I thought I'll do Leslie Sansone. Will I do it by myself? No. So I invited all my friends, and that's how it started. Yeah, I mean, and having the dog helps because he forces me to go out. And now with if you didn't know, my dog had both his knee ACLs repaired last year. Yeah, the $6,000 dog. So it's good for him to be walked. I mean, I could put him in the yard, but he needs the exercise. So I walk him now religiously 3 times a day. He goes out for a walk because that's the best way for him because he's getting arthritic and it's best for him to get moving. So now, first thing in the morning, he gets a walk, which he didn't. I would just let him out and go in the backyard. So now I'm forced to walk every morning. I usually walk about almost a half mile with him. I would say usually it's to be 0.38, 0.44 is where what I usually end up. So, oh, guess what I bought at Five Below? I bought wrist weights and ankle weights, which are the same thing. You just put them in there. So guess who's going to be? I've met every day. I'm keep meaning to put them on. I keep forgetting. I bought a yoga mat because your girl's going to start doing some stretching. She is. Yeah, the dog, he always wants to go. And you look at that face. How do you turn that face down? You don't. You just take him. It's, and I do, walking, the Leslie Sensor makes it easier because she breaks it down and you do different steps so you don't feel like you're constantly, and it takes about, I can get a mile between 15 and 18 minutes. And you're moving all sorts of body parts and all bodies in motion. And she says, all muscles in motion. Well, Carla, I will give you a hint. Use less. Sometimes we use too much, and it's overpowering, and it just doesn't taste good. You gotta cut it back a little bit. I like mixing it in powdered peanut butter to make flavored peanut butters. I like putting it in pancake mix, waffle mix, oatmeal. Steve puts them in his coffee. I don't drink coffee, but yogurt, cottage cheese. It's just really good. The live is the same time every night, 7 p.m. Though I have an appointment in the afternoon, I should be home. If I'm never here, if for some reason something happens, I post in the Facebook group and I post in the community post here. So if you call me here and there's no live, look on the community post for the channel. I'll leave a note saying, "Hey, something came up. Won't be live tonight. Emergency. I got stuck at the store. I got stuck Christmas shopping." So in case that ever happens, that's where I usually post it and in the group. Yeah, you can't take cats for walks. That's, you know. Yeah, it's you're not the only one. There's was every I've seen many a glitch. It's they just we're not ready for this. That's the problem. This was also last minute. That's why there was no printed materials. It just I think they decided in the 11th hour, hey, let's just change the program next month. I mean, look, the coaches and the guides didn't get their training until a week before. That's never happened. They're usually on it for weeks before we get on it. Yeah, there's a lot of chair exercises on YouTube, chair yoga and stuff like that. Good night, Esther. Sweet dreams. I'm gonna do it on. I'm gonna do it on YouTube. I'm not gonna join it. I almost was gonna get one of those blocks, but I don't know what I would do with it yet. So I thought, let's just get the mat. So I have the mat and I have the arm and wrist weights. I thought I'm gonna use them for glam. I just keep forgetting to put them on. Shocking, isn't it, that I would forget to put them on? And it was funny. It says arm and wrist weights. Doesn't say arm or wrist weights. I thought there was four in there. Two for your arms and two for your ankles. No, there's one set. You can use them for either one. It's still there, Renee. Judy Dance Along Girl and Grow Fitness on YouTube. Yeah, I agree. I will let the dust settle. And I'm sure there's going to be really good specials coming up. I wouldn't doubt that. All right, take care, KP. Yeah, they didn't get it till last week. I mean, this would be their second week on it, but they didn't get it till last week. No, no handouts. Nope. And that's the thing. In their mind, it's no big change because the algorithm didn't change. So the algorithm is still the same. So to them, it's just you lost some 0 point foods and your points for the day changed. So that's no big deal. It's a big deal to a lot of people who lost some foods that they loved. That lost having 0 point potatoes and rice and oats and avocado. Though somebody said avocado went down on points. I don't know. I've not. I'd have to see what I used to charge myself. Yes, somebody did say I did mention that. Make sure that your app is not on maintenance or breastfeeding because you get extra points for that. And if you want to count things, hit the diabetic plan. you'll lose your 0 point fruit, your 0 point, I think it's popcorn, and I think yogurt. And you get 5 more points, which is I think like 28 points. I got 28 points when I went on the diabetic plan, so I was checking. So then it didn't go down. I think it was a point an ounce before. I weigh in grams, so another one. So I don't know. I weigh my avocado in grams. I don't remember what I weighed though. Well, it depends what I just usually grab a chunk and I put on the scale and that's what I count. I always weigh my avocado. I used to not weigh my avocado. I would just take, it should say like a half avocado or a quarter avocado. Yeah, I was robbing myself. And I buy the mini cados a lot. So they're, because this way you don't waste as much. Good for you, Janet. Hey, Judy Rivet. Ah, 2 ingredient dough. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Lori. Don't forget to thumbs up this live before you go. Oh, it's same thing with chips and stuff like that. Like these. Well, this one says 21 grams. I should have weighed this to see if there was 21 grams in here. Same thing with your bars. Built bars are notorious for being off. So if it tells you here, I don't know if I could read it, how many grams this is supposed to be. 51, I think that says. I can barely see it. So if it's not, if it's off by enough, you would shave a point off. Because sometimes their quality's a little off, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't mind because if I weigh it and then I can save a point. So I look at it that way. Yes, I weigh my avocados on my scale. Absolutely. In grams. And like I showed you on the Weight Watchers app, how you can go to grams and it'll tell you how many. And I go right to the very end if I can to see like how many grams I can get for 3 points without going to 4. It's just, Hey, welcome to WW, Miss Sandy. Hi, Julie. Hey, Joy to Plan. Chicago, Chicago. My kind of town. Good for you, Carla. And see this enthusiasm that you have? I want to see it. I want to see it for the next few weeks. I don't want to see it like new plan, gung-ho first week, and then next week it kind of, peters down. You got to keep that momentum going. And that's why I say small, sustainable changes. And if you're just joining us, look what I got today. I got some drizzlicious cookies and cream. I did. I ordered them on Amazon. I put the link on the pinned post because everybody's asking for it. This is what they look like. They're little puffed chocolate rice cakes with little white cream on top. They're so good. They're 3 points for that whole bag. Ah, the avocado chickpeas. I gotta make some sprouts. No, is it Chicago full of food? It is yummy, I will say that. The Ozeri, it's linked in the bottom of the video. Ozeri, Ozeri, I think it is. I mean, somebody told me that to weigh in grams, and it has really worked well. So yeah, definitely. That's what I think Lori Mashburn always complains about the healthy app. They don't give grams, and she's used to doing grams, and she's had to adjust. That's awesome, Nancy. I make my own hot chocolate with cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. So in fact, I have several recipes on my channel for frozen hot chocolate and for hot cocoa made with cocoa powder. So that's what I do. I like the black cocoa powder. I know. It's decadent. It's delicious. Oh my goodness, Joy to Plan. Oh, I got the 3.1. Measuring points and spoons are not bad. I mean, I don't want to give them a bad rap. I mean, it's something. You know, you're doing something. So don't, say it has to be on a scale. If you all you have is measuring cups and spoons, you're fine. They do work. 3 points for the drizzlicious. Oh, the cocoa, I think it's 1 point. I think for the milk. I used a cup of milk of cashew milk. It's on dishwithdee.org. The old here I'll put the if you want I can why don't I just grab the link? That might be easier. Because I try to help you out. There it is. I called it hot cocoa. But yeah, I also make frozen hot cocoa. There it is. Yep. I was just feeling creative one and I thought, you know what, you could buy the frozen hot cocoa mix, sure. But you know what, I have cocoa. So why not just make my own? There it is, hot cocoa. The McD. Oh, I love black cocoa powder. If you near live an Amish bulk store, that's the best price for it, and it's the best cocoa powder. I used to buy the special dark, and it was good. I liked it better than the plain cocoa powder, but the black is just delicious. It's like the Oreo cookie, the little the wafer cookies, the Oreos. It's that dark, delicious chocolate. Awesome, Barb. There's the hot cocoa. I just pushed the link. I'll get the frozen too. Since we're here, I can get the frozen. Let's see. That reminded me of that movie Serendipity. I think I saw it and I decided to make a frozen hot chocolate. There we go. That's what happens. See what happens when I watch movies? I get creative. And I'm like, ooh, come on. All right, this is the frozen hot chocolate. I mean, if you're freezing, I don't know if I'd have it, but if you're in a warmed home, you can make it one small chocolate bar. That's awesome. Sometimes stuff like that, Christine, is something you look forward to. It's a nice little treat that you gave yourself. And I say that to all the time. Like sometimes we need to give ourselves treats more often, not snacks, treats. Because the more you have a treat, the more you'll desire a treat. It's a slippery slope. It is, but when you're allowing yourself to have something, you're saying it's okay. I can have this in a controlled environment, and you get better at it. Absolutely. Welcome, Pamela. Did I miss Pamela come in? I must have. Oh, from Australia. Well, I'm sure you have interesting food choices down there. Because you're in Australia. I mean, good day, mate. Canada. Awesome. Well, welcome. Yeah, it's a good way to look at something. Hey, Linz, is snack and treat. I mean, we could have snacks during the day, but should our snacks be treats? Like this is a treat. It's a rice cake, yes. I give it that, but that chocolate on top turns it into a treat. And I don't find treats as satisfying when I'm hungry as a snack. Like to me, peanut butters, fruits and nut butters, hummus. That's my snacks. These I don't know if I would consider this would be more of a treat for me, not really a snack. It's the chocolate. When I want food, I want food. I don't want chocolate. Even though I love chocolate. Don't get me wrong. I love chocolate. But when I want food, I'm still going to want food if I have this. International. I'm telling you, D with D is all over the world. Little koalas. And some people, there was a lady who I went to a meeting with, and she used to have Hershey Kisses. So many, I don't remember how many she had, but she'd have them every day. She put them in. So you could have a couple Hershey Kisses every day if that's your treat. You'll look forward to having it. Not your snack, your treat. No, I mean, I would love to have something sweet every day. I just realized that should I have something sweet every day? I kind of talk to myself. Should you? I mean, you should definitely have treats several days a week. Absolutely. I don't like the people who have them, oh, I have this once a month. I can't wait late because if I'm eating something that infrequent, I'm going to have a binge attack. This is how it's going to go. So, a high school friend living in Australia. No, if you don't, Joy, if you don't need it, then don't eat it. As long as you're eating enough. Like if you're eating too many zeros, I mean, you have to remember once you start losing, you're going to lose points. So if you're happy with the points you're having, then that's great and you're satisfied. That's the whole thing. If you're satisfied, then don't eat them. But if you're leaving them on there and you're hungry, there's a problem. But if you're satisfied, like you said, then you should be fine. And maybe sometimes, some days you might use them. Just depends. It depends on, what kind of day you're having. Maybe there's a day you don't have 0 point foods. There's this day you just might not want them. Oh, I agree, Roberta. Well, it depends. Like, what are you using those 40 points? Are they, like, you could have, with 40 points, you could afford cheese, higher fat cheese. You can afford higher fat dairies and real butter and like a Dave's Killer bread. Like if you got 40 points, you shouldn't be eating that 647 bread because you got those points. So I would use like a nice hearty bread, for like if you're having a piece of toast versus like a 647. Like spend your points on things like that. Have 2% milk or 1% milk versus a nut milk. You'll suck up some of the points with things like that. Good things. Like don't sit there and say, well, I have 40 points. Maybe I'll have, you know, a bowl of Breyer's ice cream because I have 40 points. No, I would sit there and say, you know what? Eat some more. Like I avoid cheese because I'm not willing to pay the points for it. But sometimes I've been incorporating more Laughing Cow cheese. But if you have all those points, throw a slice of cheese on something. Sometimes I feel like I can't taste it, so why put it in there? You know, Dave's Killer bread. Oh my god, it's the best bread ever. It is a whole grain, multi-grain. It is a seed. It has like really good grains and seeds in it, and it's a hearty piece of bread. Certain ones are 2 points a slice. Certain ones are 3 points a slice. Certain ones are 4 points a slice. You gotta watch. They have a thin one that's really good. It's just a heartier bread, and it's really good. That's a good point, Barb. Yeah, it's bread like that is definitely more filling than the 647. Now, while like I said, I don't eat it anymore because I don't feel like it's filling enough, but it makes a really good French toast. I will say that. Yes, you have to because you gotta lose it like you want to live it so you can continue. You don't want to like be done and all of a sudden gain all this weight because you just didn't eat properly through your journey. Exactly. If you really want something, put it in. Put it in first. Eat your day around it. Many times, like, I know we're going somewhere and there's a certain thing that they make that I'm going to have. I put that right in my tracker first and plan my day accordingly. Rye bread is awesome, especially when you're having a patty melt. Nothing like good rye bread. Satisfy my salty cravings? Like, I like popcorners. They make a kettle popcorner that I really like. And I get individual bags. So when I'm done with that, I won't go back. I won't open another bag. And that's really good. Or like the individual bags of the mini pretzels. I'm all about little bags because I have a hard time stopping. Hi, I'm Denise and I'm a food addict. Yeah. So I would say Popcorners Carnival are really good. I hear that Pop Corners, I guess, makes a cinnamon sugar one. That's really good. That's salty and sweet too. I've yet to find that one. Hey, Marilyn. I have to stay low food, so no dairy, wheat, or legumes. Protein. Um, can you have like chicken and protein? Oh, I love a good. I'm talking about corned beef, a burger melt. Dave's Killer makes rye. I've never seen that, or I've never looked. Pitos are another good one. I gotta try the Dave's Killer rye. Didn't know they made one. I always make like a turkey Reuben. Oh, that's really good too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Living rurally can have its problems. The rye is the blue label. I'll have to look. But I like I know pretzels get a bad rap. They do. But if you just weigh and measure them, you should be everything is on the menu. You just have to. They're like crack. I figured they would be. But yep. Oh yeah. Did you ever remember the puff corn I was addicted to with the pancake flavor puff corn? Crud, that stuff is like crack. Triscuits? You can make Triscuit pizzas. Oh, that sounds really good. That turkey pastrami I got was really good. Um, Dave's Killer, I get it at my regular grocery store. Sam's Club's has it. BJ's has it. Awesome, Judy. That's not, I mean, mine's about 19 miles from my house, so I know. My grandpa's European foods is there are so many options. Sometimes it's hard to use points. Um, I only try to put 1 0 in per meal, if that helps. I mean, unless it's a vegetable. I don't count. Fruit and vegetables are not in that. We're talking the proteins, like chicken, or we'll have fish. So that's my protein. And then the vegetables are just always have always been really good. So I don't really think of vegetables. Most times my breakfast is pointed. I have oatmeal. There's always toast or potatoes. There's always ways to use points. Walmart has Dave's. That's true. You can turn off rollers. I forget about that. Why can't you turn off blue dots though? I've gotten the thin. This depends. I go through Dave's Killer stages. Sometimes I get the higher point one. Sometimes I get the thin. Aldi has one that's a dupe. That's pretty good too. What low point cheeses? I like the Laughing Cow cheese or the Baby Bell. Now, Laughing Cow is 2 points. No, Baby Bells are 2 points. Laughing Cow is one. I've been spreading it, or I get the Jarlsberg. I'm not sure whether it's 1 point or 2 points. It scans wrong, and I don't know if they ever fixed it. It used to be 1 point a slice. Now I think it's two. I always forget. But I mostly use Laughing Cow cheese on a lot of things. Sometimes I'll even have a string cheese occasionally. Oh, they have the Daves with the Ezekiel? Blue Dots, Barb, I feel like they mess a lot of people. I've never used them, so I honestly didn't really don't notice them. But they sit there and they're saying if you eat so many points under, you're in the healthy eating zone. But they can't know that when people are told not to track 0 point foods. So they don't really know. A lot of people are under eating, and a lot of people went to calorie counting because they found they weren't eating enough. And I think a lot of it has to do with that blue dot. I just have a thing. Yeah, Chardos has blue dot. That Jarlsberg. Yes, Grain-tastic and Seed-tastic. One of them is lower in points than the other. I made that mistake. Well, you'd be surprised. People could have, OD on green leafy vegetables. I think it's just I don't know. It's I don't know. I just don't can't describe what I don't like about it. It's just one of those things I don't think it's accurate, and I think it's leading people down a path that they shouldn't be. I didn't for the longest time. I didn't know it was even there. I'm like, oh, that's what that is. I just thought it was meant I was the end of my day. I always got a blue dot, so because I usually stay. I think you can go up to 10 over. I think. Yes, I've never left WW. I go to meetings still. I go on Saturdays. I'm one of the few people that attend meetings. Somebody told me that. They go, "Dee, you're one of the few people on YouTube that actually go to meetings." I'm like, true story. I am. I love my meeting. I love my leader. I love the people there. So yeah, it's 25 minutes to go, but it's well worth it to me. 10 over. Okay. Grain-tastic is hard. Seed-tastic. I always get the tastics confused. But 8 under. See, that's the thing. If you're not eating a lot of 0 point foods and you eat 8 points under, you're not eating enough. So that's where my problem with the blue dot is. Yeah, I do enjoy I do, and to have a good leader is key. It is truly is, and it's like family when you go in there. It's like it's all home week. You can catch up what happened during the week, and you ask about their kids. It's just a fun thing. Good for you, Nancy. Yeah, some people it's a blue dot addiction. There is something to be said for that. I mean, you'll see people that will not go into their weekly points. They won't, and that's frightening. If I ever get like that, somebody hand me a sandwich. Okay, I always say that to my. I said to my one friend Linda, if I ever get like that, you take me down, sit me down, and hand me a sandwich, pronto, and a donut. Yeah, there is. It's a blue dot syndrome. I think I've just named it. Yeah, see, Joyce, I get a little worrisome about that only because here's the thing. You can eat less than your daily points and lose weight. Yes, you can. But eventually that stops. And if you start to eat regular like you should, you're going to be in this cycle of not being able to lose and gaining weight when you're, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when you eat too less. Like I even took back in the spring, I did a calorie counted for a while just to make sure I was eating enough, and I wasn't. So I had to adjust how many points I was eating. I had to eat at least 6 to 8 over to get into where I needed to be. So that I just don't want to, that's a cycle. And you do all this hard work and it gets in your head that you're not eating enough, or I can't eat my points, I can't eat my weeklies, I'm going to gain weight. When in reality is Weight Watchers does not design this program and give you these points and expect you not to eat them. Oh, we'll give them these points, they won't eat them. No, will and we should eat them. So with eating those, you should be able to lose weight as well. Now, they don't sit there and expect you to eat a whole day's worth of, all these crap ton of 0 point foods. Of course, they don't really say how we should handle those, which I've often said we don't get enough instruction about that. These are 0 point foods. Eat them, utilize, but how much should we eat? How many 0 point foods are allowed per day? They have calories. They're not free. They have calories. So if I eat too much non-fat Greek yogurt, too many bananas, I'm going to gain weight. It's reality. So we have to be able to say, if I have a banana with breakfast, I'm going to have a pointed food with that. If I'm going to have, stuff like that. You missed it. You are correct about not eating it. Thank you, Renee. I did see that, but I was on my spiel. I appreciate that. Barra's upset about that too. Upset about what? That Weight Watchers doesn't instruct us. They don't. That's the one. I mean, I'm very honest about Weight Watchers. It's a good plan, but I feel like they don't give us enough guidance. I mean, we're talking with people with a weight issue. They need to have guidance on what and how much to eat. Like I had the magenta plan because I have to be accountable for 0 point foods. They have calories. Bananas. I mean, if you when bananas were pointed, like me when I didn't have fruit, it was 3 points. So a banana has a significant amount of calories. Eggs are 75 calories each. You have two, that is, I can't even think that high. What, 150 calories? That adds up. If you're having, it adds up. So you just have to be very mindful, very cognizant. Like I said, I weigh and measure my 0 point foods. I know how much chicken I'm having. I know how much yogurt I'm having. I always tell you, third cup goes in my overnight oats. I don't sit there and just say, yeah, no, I don't know. I just put in what I want. Put it until I feel satisfied. If that were the case, I wouldn't stop. But we can't just keep mindlessly eating 0 point foods. They have to be, we need more education with that, and they need more guidelines. I feel like when you get this 350-pound girl walk into a meeting, here's some 0 point foods. She's like, yay, I like this diet plan because I get to eat all these 0 point foods I want because nobody's telling you not to. That's why so many people quit because they were gaining weight. The people with the serious food addictions were eating too many 0 point foods. They were gaining. I had many, remember when I was on freestyle, left because they were gaining weight. Well, yeah, this is a weight loss channel journey. So, hola, Jocelyn, I'm on my spiel. This is a very big subject for me because I feel like being a food addict, I say it all the time, I'm addicted to food. Here's some free food. Yeah, so it's something, that's what you got to be mindful of that. That's why I always stress weigh and measure everything. Your 0 point foods. There's different size bananas, there's different size apples, there's different sizes of fruits. A cup of grapes is a serving, not as many grapes as you want. It's not. But all right, ladies, it's after 8. I've rambled long enough. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you coming in here and joining me tonight. Don't forget to thumbs up this live before you go. I appreciate it. If you haven't taken a look at my video from today, I would appreciate that as well. I appreciate all that you do for my channel and for my community. our community, our family here. I always say we are the family. Welcome to the family. So thanks, 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 thanks. Here's, well, I need a meeting. That's why I drive that far. I used to belong to, real quick story. I used to belong to a franchise that was only 6 minutes away, but yeah, that's a whole other story. But yeah, I prefer going to international, so it's worth it to me. So we all do what was worth it. Buying things like this is worth it to me, and that's why I buy it. It's we all do what we think is best for us and what helps us on our journey. And everybody's journey is different. That's why go unwind. That's why it's a journey, and everybody's takes their own path to get there. So, what's your path? All right, my lovelies. I'm going to go. Have a great night. I will dish with you another day. Good night. Don't forget to thumbs up this live.